Good morning, everybody, fellow Sur-Ron brothers. We are the Sons of Ampacity. I'm Lance. This is my buddy.
Hi, I'm Ryan.
And we've got the mad scientist here, Andy. This is our mad scientist, Andy.
Hey, it's me.
We are here in the mad scientist chamber, and in this little area, we can create pretty much anything we want mechanically for Sur-Ron. So right here, we've got the beast of all beasts. We're going to show a little bit about what we can do, some of its capabilities. And we've got our Sur-Ron. A little bit about who we are. We all work in the mechanical engineering field, and we love Sur-Ron, and we love riding our bikes and creating new things, and so this has kind of become a hobby passion for us. But currently we're working on a few things. We've got our sprocket adapter that is now completed.
We also have the aluminum speedometer relocation bracket. Will be for sale very soon.
That's what I was trying to say earlier. Other things that we're working on, we're finishing up the swing arm extensions. We've had some beta models that we've been testing, but back to the drawing board on that one. They'll be coming soon. But for now, let's show a little bit about what we can do.
All right, CNC machine back there. There's the lathe.
This is where our experimentation started. I started making bike conversions out of e-bike kits online. It was so much fun that I had to get the real thing.
Yeah, I actually went over to Lance's house and rode that bike around his neighborhood. That's what got me looking at e-bikes. That's where I found the Sur-Ron. That was this summer, and then I spent about 6 months bugging Lance to get one, and then here we are.
Now here we are. So, yeah, it all starts somewhere, guys. Aren't you glad it was there?
Sprocket being a 6061 is not well.
Now we gotta try it out, and let's put you on the monkey seat.
Oh yeah, I will.
I want you to jump. Preferably if you can wreck like you made me wreck, that would be great.
Well, I don't wreck going up a curb or on a plain dirt road. So you'll have to give me something more challenging if you want me to wreck.
I hate you so much.
All right, guys, welcome to Sons of Ampacity. We're going to do our first install video. What we're going to install today is a sprocket adapter and a 58-tooth sprocket. So what we've got here is two different sprocket adapters. This one is the Luna kit. It's fairly robust, very well made. It's a two-piece riveted together. We've also got the Sons of Ampacity prototype sprocket adapter. This one is a single piece of billet aluminum, 6016. It's very light. Let's take a look at a little comparison here. So this weight on the Luna is about 12.1 ounces. Our Sons of Ampacity is weighing in at 3.07 ounces. The Sons of Ampacity adapter here is a single piece billet aluminum 6061. So let's see how it looks here. Matches up nicely to the more shiny aluminum on the sprocket here than the Luna one. Now both of these adapters will work with any Honda CR80 sprocket. So I chose this black one here. I think it's going to look really good with my bike, but you can pick any color under the sun. So with that, let's dig into it.
Guys, so these are the tools that we're going to be using today for the sprocket adapter change out. Got them all right here, listed nice and pretty, so you might want to take a screenshot of that so you have a list of what you're going to need going forward. As we do the change out, we'll tell you exactly what tool we're using when we're using it. But it's not a very complex process. You just need to see it through. You ready?
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
All right, guys. So to get this started, we're just going to attach the sprocket adapter to this 58 tooth Vortex sprocket. I just went ahead and I set the adapter in, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to finger tighten the nut and bolts for now. And when you do actually go to tighten these, you're going to need your torque wrench. You need your 8mm Allen wrench. What I would do is I would go in a star pattern. So go one across, then this one, this to this, just to keep the torque even. Spec calls out to have it torqued to anywhere between 15 to 22 foot-pounds. And just go ahead and do that, make it nice and sturdy, and then we'll get to taking apart the rest of the bike. So what we're going to do here is, since we don't have a vise with us, we're just going to use this torque wrench and Ryan to help us get it to that proper torque. And you can hear it hit click, and that's how we know we got to the proper torque.
This one. Click. This one.
There we go.
And the last one. We've got this one already, but
Yeah, there we go.
okay, now it's proper torque, 20 foot-pounds. All right, so one thing, when you get a bigger sprocket, you're gonna need a bigger chain. So 2 options. You can get extra links here, but my chain here has about 1,300 miles on it. This is the stock chain, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a new X-ring chain here. So I ordered this off Amazon. I believe it's 112 links. Yes, 112 links for the 58 tooth sprocket. All right, first thing we're going to do here is take off the brake caliper. This is the 5mm Allen key. Fairly easy. We're just going to take that off and set it to the side. Looks like someone's at Lance's Ring doorbell.
Maybe.
All right, so we'll just leave that hanging there while we take the rest of the wheel off. Okay, next step is to just loosen up these chain tensioner nuts here so we can get the axle off. So loosen it up there, that should be enough. Come around here, same thing on the other side. Just get that spinning a little bit. Okay, remove the old chain. You need to find the master link here. It's the one that's kind of broken. So you can pry that off with a flathead screwdriver. Kind of get it in here. Bang it with the hammer. There, popped right off. Then you get your flathead in and take the master link out. Flathead on the other side. Pull those out. There we go. All right. Now the old chain can come right off. So there's the old chain. Take the axle out. And you kind of gotta play with the brake caliper mount to get it off. But there we go. Actually, we're going to go this side first. Okay, here we got the wheel off. It's time to take the old sprocket. This is the 6mm Allen key, and we're getting a wrench on here for some extra leverage because they're on there fairly tight. I used a good amount of Loctite, which is good. Which is one thing I forgot to add to our tool list, but you will want to use some blue Loctite when you put all these bolts back on.
It's always nice to have a friend. This is me getting my hands dirty with Ryan. Man, that one's on there. Really good. Get that leverage.
That one so tight. All the rest of them came off pretty easily.
It's coming.
I know, it's just...
Just hold it still, I'll turn it. Now we're using our brains. I'd like to thank Firehouse Subs for this lovely bucket that we're using here.
We should probably go get that for lunch after.
I think we will. Firehouse Subs, we will.
All right. Maybe if we get 1,000 subscribers, we can get a free sub.
There we go. So that's a lesson we both learned today. Have a friend give you a hand. And boom.
All right, there's the old sprocket.
All right.
Okay, we got the Sons of Ampacity sprocket adapter on with the 58-tooth Vortex sprocket. Just going to add a little bit of Loctite to each one of these and hand tighten them on there for now. There we go. Now take your 6mm Allen key and we're going to tighten them in a star pattern. Here and there and there. There. Now one more time around in a circle. All right, there we go.
Here we go. Let's put that chain on.
And your chain all lubed up. Be careful here. Get everything all bloody. pull it all the way through. Got it on there? It's not on.
No, it's not.
Got enough to pull. Ooh, you okay?
Yeah.
Checking that in?
Yeah.
There's that.
With the caliper.
Okay. Okay. There you go. Got it. Oh, there we go. Slide the axle through. Back a little bit. Okay, we're not going to tighten it all the way up because we still have to adjust the chain tension. So just get it hand tightened in there so you can still move it back and forth a little bit. Okay. Next, just feed this chain, get it onto the sprocket. Nice and tight. So we're gonna have to adjust these chain tension bolts all the way so we can slide this up, get the master link on, and then we pull it out. So back to the 10 millimeter. A little too tight to spin with your hand. I don't fit. There you go. Just not tight enough. Or just too tight to spin with your hand, I should say. So we're going to get it pretty much all the way in. I don't know how good you're going to be able to see that on the camera with it on the tripod, but
Oh, okay.
there we go. So we're just taking this all the way in because, as you can see, our chain needed a little extra room. So the same thing on this side. Okay, so we got the chain on there. Actually, why don't you give it, maybe zoom in on this part. So here's the master link. So what you want to make sure and do is put your O-rings on either side. So they'll go in there. And then that's going to go through, hopefully go through these two. There we go. Now your O-rings on the other side. And then finally, a little locking pin. So we're going to go get our flathead screwdriver again. Hopefully just be able to push that down into place without having to get a hammer out. There we go. All right. All right. So to get proper chain tension, you want about 3/4 of an inch in play. That's still a little bit too loose. So what we're gonna have to do is pull these tension bolts out. So they have little notches here on either side. So what you want to make sure to do to make sure that they're even is you count the notches with your fingernail, and they line up with the little cutout in that bolt right there. So that looks about right for chain tension. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4.5 notches. I'm going to turn it one more time, get it to number 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right there. Okay, so now we're going to tighten this side down, hold it in place, and then do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, we're at 4 right now, so I need to spin that one a couple times. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a little bit more. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there. Okay. Tighten that side up. Still about the right amount of play in the chain, so that's looking good. Now we grab our torque wrench again. So this is the torque setting for the back axle bolt is at 26, so that's what I got it set here. Whoops, that's the wrong Allen key for that side. There we go, 6mm. Okay, before it gets all the way tight, let's check that chain again. Still feels good. Okay, I think that's it. All right, so the last thing here is just to put the brake caliper back on. Slides right in there. Oop, get a little squirt of Loctite for these. So now what you want to do to make sure your brake caliper stays aligned is to get them in there kind of hand tight. Not all the way tightened, without touching the brake lever. I should have mentioned previously, don't touch the brake lever from the whole time when you take it off until now. So now we've got the pads back around the new rotor. So now, once they're a little bit hand tight in there, then you go ahead and squeeze that brake all the way and then tighten them all the way. That makes sure that the rotor is centered in the caliper there. So that's it. Should be ready to ride.
The maiden voyage with the sprocket adapter by Sons of Ampacity.
Test this thing out. First twist of the throttle, keep it in eco mode because I'm not sure how much
First rule of thumb, don't die. Go.
extra torque this is going to give me.
How's it feel? Put it in sport mode. How's it feel?
Good.
Let me try this out.
I'm also at 40 something percent.